Hello everyone, this is Anjali Gupta and today I am representing my React app application that is album collection. This is a product that is given by the coding ninja team in skill test 2. So let's come to the problem. This is my problem statement that is create an app to manage album. So here some instruction is given and after that it has some features like fetch and show album from the API. This API is given by the theme to implement in my this project and also add an album function, make a post call and update the album, make a put call and delete an album, make a delete call to above URL. So these are the features that my application is included. So let's come to my application. This is my deployment link. Here you can see my application on online. I deploy it in Versal app. So let's come to the functionality. These all are my API albums that I have fetched in my project. So let's come and add some album to this application. And this is my add button. Here I add some album. Like I give some enter user ID. Like I give one for my new album details. And here I want to add one like I want to add some album title that is ReactJS and add to the list. Okay, here some alert boxes come from the application. New album added successfully in the bottom of the list. So let's check in the bottom of the list. In the last, we have see this React.js project that React.js album that we have add it by this button. And so we can also update this React.js with other else. Like if we want to update, then we can click this update button. Now we can enter new title. Like I want to add new title like I album list. Okay, this one we can update by this name and also give new user ID. Also want to do two. Then after saving this, our React.js album will be updated by the new user ID that is two, and the name of that album will be album list from React.js. Okay, now here also I give some alert box that is update successfully done. Then come to the list and see our name from React.js update from the React.js to the album list. So this is the update button. And we can also delete by this button. I also give some hover on this button. So this is my delete button and I can delete. If I press on this delete button, I have another alert box that is your album deleted successfully. So press this OK button and our album will be deleted from the list. So this is my application that is running on the Vercel.ai. So let's come to the next part. That is this is my GitHub link. By this link, you can access my source code. So there is a code I have written in this, and this is my README file. You can visit this directly from my GitHub account. So let's come to the code of this application. Application is album collection. So come to the package.json. In package.json, we have to need for this application React DOM and React Router DOM. So these are the defined code that when we created our new project. So don't worry about this package.json. Now comes to the our first part, that is index. 1 minute. That is index.js. Yeah, okay, this one index.js. In index.js we have provided some provider routers, and for this we have to render this application. So come to the application app.js. My app.js is in the component part. So this is my app.js. In app.js all functions are working in this file. So read this clearly. I have import React and component from the React, that is uh, 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 inbuilt function, and routes and route that is are come from the React router DOM, and import my add album list and update album in this application.js. Okay, now come to the next part. Here I am including in this project a lifestyle of lifestyle method of components. So lifestyle method is nothing. It is a series of stages through which we can passes components from the beginning of its life until it's that. So let's come and know how to its work. Now first of all, our first step is to create construction. Here I'm giving construction to this, and also for life cycle method we have to extend the app with components. We have extending components. So these are lifestyle method, and here first step is constructor. Now second step is first time call function. First time call function means compounded mount. Compounded mount get invokes whenever its component mounted in DOM. So it is the first time called function that is compounded mount. Here all side effects can occur, but in constructor part there is no any side effects. So let's come to the next. This is my delete method. Here function takes album id from the album list. This is the album list, and id taken from this item list, and then delete the and use method delete and delete the album from the album list, and also update state. In this part we have to update this state. New album will come into the album part, then again we have to update all state. Now next is update method for the album. This is the update method. Here this function takes album object from the album list and set state for update album. So next is for update. Yeah, of course, this is the update method. Here we are using updated album in list. So in this, we are taking four parameter like ID, update title, and update user ID and old album, and then update the state and set state. Here we are giving some condition like ID is smaller than 100, then we have to fetch from this, and also we are using put method to update the function and update the states. So we are using here put method to update any function. So there are some if and else condition for that, and also provide, and here we are updating and set to the state. Okay, also here I'm giving update successfully done when we update any album list, album content. So next come to add method. When we want to add some album to the album list, then this function take user ID and title from input and then add it to the bottom of the album. As I've seen in the application here, we have when we add some list to the some album to the list, then these items are come in the bottom of the album list. So here we are fetching from this album, and this here for adding purpose we are using post method. By post method we can add anything to the server. Okay, this is all about add method. Now this is my render function. Here I'm using routes for rendering any functions and giving path like first we are giving home path and add album and update album. By this, so we have to give import for these three albums. Now come to next part. This is my add album. In add album I create get album from data. Here I am using get element by id from the html, okay. And now here I'm using props because I want to use user id and title from the app.js. Here I'm using return function and giving some form detail here like giving navbar, enter new album list, enter user id. So this is my add album.js. Now come to album list. Here album list will be show. So here just fetching props from the list component and for each component, and then now return navbar and giving some props and giving some map function on that function. And now this is album list. Now come to the list.js. Here list.js we are using update function because in list.js we have to update and delete function, so we can update and delete. So for update I'm using set update album that is present in the app.js, and for delete I'm using a delete album from list that is also come from the app.js. So app.js is a parent component, and these all are children component. Now come to the navbar. Navbar is also just taking some navbar. That is navbar means like this. We have this in portion, and navbar can like album and list. So this is a navbar, and it is also fetching props from the app.js. Now come to update album. This is my update album. Here after update this will be execute, and here also we are fetching props from the app.js and also getting element from the html. Html means here from the return statement. Here are giving some html and css format. So these are the components. And now come to the index.js. Index.js file contain CSS file contain index.css file contain all CSS like all design of this application. So this is the album collection code, and this is the I'm talking about this navbar. So this all about my this project. Thank you so much.